A socialism convention this weekend didn't go exactly as planned. The self-proclaimed comrades got together to defeat capitalism, but the event descended into utter chaos over someone using a gendered pronoun. Take a look.
Quick
point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus.
Name, chapter, pronoun.
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
Wow. You know what that guy needs? He needs a double shot of Redneck Riviera whiskey on the rocks.
You always turn it into a plug. By the way,
I
I disagree with how you started this. That went exactly as planned, right?
think?
Because this is. Thank God for them, though. What great comic relief. I mean,
fun.
we needed this segment, so I salute them without gendered language. By the way, they really are no different than Beto. The wavy arms and the stuttering beta male posturing. You know, you got that in your point. You gotta worry.
You got to get out more. You got to go to the Libertarian Party convention.
Oh, I have.
Party convention. There are 32 national parties. Of course, I'm a Democrat, and there are two major political parties. But all of these conventions are interesting because they bring Americans from different points of view together. And
That's one point of view together.
I enjoyed watching it because guess what? I will never attend one, comrade.
Hey, don't call him that, comrade. Yeah.
I don't think that was an actual socialist. I think that was a conservative comedian pretending to be a snowflake socialist for laughs.
Yeah,
There's no way that could have been real. That was a setup. And we're getting punked.
Point of personal privilege. That is real. I've seen a lot
No,
of
that can't be real.
Yes.
That is actually the entire problem. The one thing, though, the gender stuff, the gender pronoun thing, I will probably never be able to understand it or get there. But I do think there's something that these guys are doing right, that they have more people saying that they agree with them. They have people identifying with them. Maybe not after they watch that clip, but there's something that's happening on the ground from a grassroots perspective. I wouldn't count them out.
Dana,
I would.
You know what? Now that I think about it, you have sensory overload problems.
Yes, you
You
do.
don't like loud
Yes,
noises.
you
You
do.
don't like clicks
You are a
and beeps.
socialist.
Well, look who she's sitting between, guys. I mean, this would overload
Like
anybody.
iPhone
In
clicks,
fairness to Dana.
I could really.
I
cause
just
some damage.
I just
iPhone
left
clicks.
Louisiana, so I know I have sensory overload.
Oh, yeah.
because
But these people can't survive in the real world.
I made for my friend, and of course, over the weekend I had some other treats, so I have sensory overload.
We should
but
send
not
these
that
people to Mardi Gras. How about that
Hey, you
overload?
want
right
sensory
there?
overload.
That's the way
These
to kill
people
it.
would not know how to have fun. Could you imagine working with someone like that in your office? I don't think they actually have real lives because none of that stuff would work. You couldn't go into the office. Excuse me, he, him.
Yes.
Point of
I
personal
feel like
privilege.
they work from home.
But we are moving to a society where people are looking for ways to identify people without using the old pronouns.
Yes.
Gender neutral.
Evil old
to
pronouns.
embrace people's identity, the identity that they are. So we are.
Can't we
moving
just
toward
assume
that.
someone's identity?
That'll be awesome if they ask the Democratic candidate in a debate between President Trump and whoever the Democratic nominee is. If one of the moderators asks about gendered pronouns,
Oh, wow.
I think I'll have to rewind that 20 times and watch the reaction.
But we have to embrace differences because
No, we
that's
don't.
who we are. We are a diverse country. We have to embrace.
That's a dumb idea. We're not talking about different people. We're talking about just a dumb idea. That's just a
That's
dumb
not a
idea.
dumb idea.
Socialism kills people. It's killed more people.
Well, you're talking about the
Yeah.
Democratic Socialist
Right.
Party
Talking about the gender pronoun
that was
stuff.
founded in 1982 by Michael Harrington. This is not the party of Thomas Jefferson and Martin Van Buren and others, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about a different
I'm a
party.
big
Just
Van
wanna make
Buren
sure.
fan.
I can tell. You
Van
were born
Buren
about
boys,
2 age.
remember?
Why do they think it's cool to use the word comrade? I mean,
I
they
don't know.
obviously know what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
And they know that we're all going to hear that. So, I mean,
Well,
how
after the
far off the
Russians
track have they
attacked our
gotten?
country, why not?
Yeah, why did
Oh,
Obama
we got
stop
we
him?
had a joke about
They
it.
put the rat in
Tried,
comrade.
but somebody
But
didn't want
Donna,
them to do
would these
more.
people, ultimately, if they don't get their preferred nominee, if Bernie Sanders is not their nominee, are these a type of Democrat? Will they actually vote for the Democrat in an election?
I don't know,
or do they
because
not
I think
vote?
the Green Party has much more of an influence. Remember the Green Party
Yeah,
in
Jill
Ralph
Stein?
Nader in 2000?
Dr. Stein.
The Green Party in 2016 against Hillary Clinton. I'm more afraid of the Green Party in terms of their ability to disrupt the Democratic Party in some of these
You should
state
be afraid
ballots.
of the Republican Party.
No, I'm not. You guys are basically doing yourselves in.
All right. Well, look who has the White House, Donna. Not
I
the
would
Green
say-
Party
if
or
I
the
can-
Democrats.
If I can explain that to you in 30 seconds,
Who's
you will
the Green
believe
Party's candidate this time around?
I don't know. I don't know if Jill Stein will be the nominee.
Kermit.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Ralph Nader. We need to
Kermit.
get Ralph Nader on this.
Here we go.